Ugh. So it's come to this, has it? 7 years. 7 years on this very day that I published my Duckyworth's Thoughts review of 8 Crazy Nights to DeviantArt. And now, 7 years later, it is time for me to revisit this film and see if it truly does hold up as my most hated film of all time still 7 years later. Yes, just like The Wild, I thought that it was time, but since I've started doing these live reactions now, it might be a good idea, good idea for, hopefully it's going to be entertaining for you, but maybe not so much for me, because I remember really not liking this film, to start watching 8 Crazy Nights, the Adam Sandler Hanukah film that I dubbed the worst film that I've ever seen, my least favourite film ever, back when I saw it many, many years ago. So, just a little bit of trivia on the film since I started, as in just before I started. Okay, just reading the trivia. Okay. Seth Kearsley's first feature film wound up being his last. He's since stuck to television. It was the only film to be produced by Meatball Studios, the animation arm of Adam Sandler's production company, Happy Madison, and it was also Sandler's only involvement in animation until Hotel Transylvania the films came out. Though not produced by Happy Madison, were produced by its parent company, Columbia Pictures, and involved members of his production posse to varying degrees, like a lot of the people that Adam Sandler often makes films with. So, as someone who's seen the first two Hotel Transylvania films, I think that they're miles better than this film. They're not perfect, but they're miles better than 8 Crazy Nights is. And I'm not sure about 3 and 4, but I imagine that they're much better than this film as well. And Seth Kearsley, he originally wanted a more light-hearted, family-friendly film and fought hard to remove as much of the vulgar humour as he could, but the studio insisted on writing something strictly for adults. He later revealed that, had he not been afraid of going over Adam Sandler's head, he would have wanted Whitey to be played by a different actor. Oh, yes, of course, because making something that's strictly for adults requires you to make all the characters absolutely horrible and throwing in all the horrible jokes and all the mean-spirited tone that you can imagine, because that's exactly what this film is about, isn't it? That's exactly what you do to make an adult festive film. And as someone who watches and enjoys Bad Santa every single year, I think one thing that makes Bad Santa a million times better than this film, just from my memories already, is that Bad Santa pulls off the drunk, curmudgeonly guy who comes to change his ways of you, and just think it handles it much, much better. It has a lot of vulgar adult humour in it, but it still manages to have a genuine amounts of heart when Billy Bob Thornton's character befriends the boy, and he starts changing his ways towards the end of the film. I think that handles it a million times better than this. So that's already, without watching the film itself, that's already something that I can say just as a review for this. Watch Bad Santa instead. Just and I feel bad for the Jewish community, because it's we have a lot of Christmas films that are really, really good, but for Hanukkah, to my knowledge, all you have is this. Yeah, this is the film that represents your holiday for you. Yeah, isn't it just brilliant? Okay, so I've got 8 Crazy Nights on a Watch Cartoon Online at the moment, and I've just been thinking, let's get it over with so that I can start moving on to better festive films next time. So, okay. Here we go, everybody. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, starting off with, oh yeah, already starting off with a confusing joke, how fitting, of one of the characters from this film dressed up as a Columbia logo, isn't that great? A Happy Madison production. Now, this isn't anything against Adam Sandler in general, because I heard that a fair few of his films are actually pretty good. But I haven't seen that many of his films. But if I had to judge it based on this film alone, I wouldn't want to watch that many of them. Oh, how fitting. How fitting that. God, just look at this animation. It's just wasted on this film. This film looks like a... This film... The animation reminds me of the Iron Giant. It's so waste. Such a waste. Oh, Davy Stone. There he is. My most hated character of all time already. Oh, God. Oh, here he goes. Racist Chinese stereotype. Charming. First scene. And learn how to speak like a proper person instead of a stereotype. Oh, yeah, brilliant. Two minutes in and already I hate him. In case you don't know, he's already... If you don't know, he's my most hated character of all time. And I'm going to explain why. And this is not a good start, him being drunk. Ugh. What are you doing? God. How annoying is his voice? Already, his voice is just... What? Why? Adam Sandler, why is he humping his car? Why is he making out with his car? Why is that guy crying? What? Yeah, isn't it so great? I mean, I know they're trying to go for a Grinch-like character, of like him starting off as a jerk and like changing his ways by the end, but this first song is already... one of my friends described this song as "Get Out While You Still Can," the song. And he's just walking around just being an ass to everybody. And Adam Sandler is a good singer, I will say that to his defence, and this animation, once again, it's just showing how good the animation is. But it's just wasted on this. And it doesn't matter what kind of backstory you have, but if he acts like this much of a dick to everyone, it's not going to help. Oh, charming. Yeah, great. If you know the reindeer in this film, they're not cute. And him saying he wants to shoot them, it's not. I hate you. Yeah, that's how I feel about you as well. And he hasn't been arrested by now. Why already? Ugh. Yeah, remember this. He wrecks the Santa and the menorah ice sculpture there. And everybody in town absolutely hates him. Yeah. Why hasn't he been locked up before this? Yeah, and look at him. So lock him up. Who cares? He's horrible. Lock him up. And why is he allowed to bring that in the... Charming. Do it! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no, here we go. Adam Sandler, you can't do an old man voice. Stop trying. This is horrible. He sounds like Vanellope von Schweetz's senile granddad. Ugh. Why did they think about making this the main character? One of them. Ugh. And the thing is that this guy, if I remember from the film, he's a sympathetic man, but they treat him like a walking punchline with the voice doesn't work. Yeah. No, lock him up! It's the holidays is no excuse for... Hopefully for life. Why are they giving this asshole a chance? Oh Jesus Christ, no! Why are these horrible visuals being wasted on this lovely animation? Ugh! Yeah, that's not funny. Hilarious. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. 35th Annual All-Star Patch. So that's like a good citizenship award or something? Lock him up! Yeah, already he's given a guy concussion and he's broken a light, so that's 2 laws already broken right there. So lock him up! What are you doing? Ugh. Oh yeah, and now we get an old man hobbling after basketball playing children while he's having difficulty keeping up. Comedy gold! Yeah, brilliant. And... oh. Ouch. Yay, fat phobia! More funny jokes. Ha ha ha. Ugh! Oh, and Mr. Whitey's a paedophile, judging by that line, so there goes my sympathy for him. Lock him up, lock him up, lock him up, lock him up. Yay, more. How far am I into this film? How far am I into this? 10 minutes. Why? This is not funny. This is... Every single scene is like this, by the way, folks. Just horrible joke after waste of great animation, Whitey being obnoxious, and Davy Stone being the most obnoxious and horrible person in the world. And now we got commercialism. Yeah, just the thing you need for the holidays. And apparently I heard that there was going to be a song based on this, but they cut it out because the director says they spent too much time at the shopping centre in this film, and I agree. Ah ha ha ha. Oh yeah. Yay, more Yay, so now you can be offensive towards fat people, and you can be offensive towards cross-dressers and or possibly trans people. Yay, great. This is just a film that can offend so many people in the world, including people who love decency and any kind of decent films. And how the hell did you manage to read the signs on the shops or the 35th annual patch thing? How can you read that if apparently you're illiterate? Consistency, please! Yeah, this film can't be consistent either. Yeah, great, it's got something for everyone. Okay, sister can't eat sugar products. Ubba flubber, what? What? God, why does it look like Hogarth Hughes? This just reminds me. This just reminds me even more of a. This just reminds me even more of a much better film. Our main character, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, everybody calls him a psycho. Everybody says he's the worst person in existence. Why? Oh yeah, and he's a pervert as well. What's not to love? This whole film is a technical foul. This whole movie is a technical foul. Every single thing. She have the courage. Oh yeah, great. I'm surprised he has brain cells left at all. Oh, don't try to make us feel any kind of don't try to make us feel any kind of sympathy for Davey film. It's not gonna work. What? Boogie Oogie And he just forgot about that. And why didn't they arrest him for that again? Ha 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 bleh. Why? Why? No, 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 I can't tell. Apart from a screeching in your voice, I can't tell any difference in my voice acting in this. Not really. Oh. Oh, yeah, great. Another song with Whitey's horrible voice. I want to get into this because he's the only sympathetic character in this, but with that voice, it's impossible. You can't take it seriously with this. Why? Why? Why does she have 3 boobs? Ugh. Why? Ah ha ha ha. Why? Why? Well, that was a minute of worthlessness. And why did they have that scene of a. Yeah, we figured that. The film thinks the audience is as thick as it is, so that's why it's throwing in these discussions like this from the narrator. Wait, why does it have mittens on his He's got he's got mittens on his windscreen wipers. Oh yeah, that's not funny. Shut up. Shut up, Davey. Do it for everyone. If ever you wanted to ask me which character I hate more than Abby from Last of Us Part 2 and Cozy Glow from Friendship is Magic, the answer is right here. Shut up. He should be in the slammer right now. Oh yeah, and he got this guy stuck in the ice. What's not to love? Ugh. You shut up. That's pretty much my reaction towards Davy Stone in a nutshell. Oh, shut up, even when he's not talking. Oh yeah, and he's going to get drunk. Oh yeah, there's the Deus Ex Machina to try to force us, manipulate us, try to get us, show how lovable and secretly likeable he is deep down. Yeah, it's not going to work. Screw you, film. It's not going to work. Considering that he's always in debt, I hope he freezes him there. Ha ha ha, yeah, shut up, fuck you. God, it says something when Adam Sandler's voice as Davey is more annoying than Mr. Whitey. Oh yeah, Bambi and the reindeer are here to help. Oh yeah, fun fact, Adam Sandler voiced the deer as well. Ugh, why do they chirp so much? Stop chirping. Oh yeah, and believe it or not, the rain. If you have. No, because I know what the deer are going to do later on, and it's very, very, very nauseating. Ugh. Ha ha. Oh yeah, fun facts, Adam Sandler voices this character as well. But funnily enough, she's much more tolerable than Davy and Mr. Whitey. So when Adam Sandler wants to, he can do voice acting that's tolerable, but Eleanor, that's her name. Why is she playing a trumpet? I don't get it. Is this supposed to be a joke? Or is it just trying to be a... I don't know. It's probably some joke that I don't get something. Yeah, and here's the thing. Mr. Whitey, he works hard. He's always helping everybody. Oh, sure. Every single person in this film, every single character, except for Eleanor, exists to give Whitey shit. And it's not funny. Shut up. Yeah, that's it. Everybody just acts absolutely horrible to him, and then they vanish to go into the ether and never to show up again. So it's just like that French Miss Magic episode, putting your hoof down, except a million times more horrible. Oh, charming. Oh yeah, what a nice intro for him coming in here. Oh god, here it comes. Why are we supposed to be sympathising with this guy again? Oh god, here it comes. Oh, why is this wasted on the lovely animation? This sums up the film right here. Mr. Whitey being covered in crap, and why are we supposed to sympathise with this guy? Look at this. Why are we supposed to sympathise with him? You know those voices, those characters that you just want to wring your neck around every single time he talks? That's Davey. I usually don't wish this on people, but Davey is one of those few people that if he was to come up to me in real life, I'd actually want that to happen to him. So once again, Abby and Cozy Glow, more relations to that. I wish harm on him every single time he appears on... Oh, God, Jesus. Oh, God. Yeah, that doesn't make it funny pointing out how gross it is. It's still horrible. Why is that in this film? Why is this in a festive film? Why is it in any film? Hilarious. Why am I watching this? Why am I watching this film? This film... Oh yeah, hilarious. He kicked him! That's not... Yeah, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Yeah, if he's been drinking for 20 years, how can he manage to play basketball properly? Yay, more fat phobia. Hilarious. Great. And if he's been drinking for that long... Sorry, Adam... Oh, why is he so hairy? And Adam Sandler, his character's drinking, so he wouldn't look like... Shut up! He wouldn't look like that. He'd have much more of a beer belly and he wouldn't be able to jump about like that. Sorry, Adam Sandler, but your self-insert isn't convincing. That was pretty spry for an old guy. Oh, yeah, great! More abuse. Shut up. Yeah, old man abuse. I am just dragging him a... What? Ugh! 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 Oh, you can't... If you're trying to, you can't do that film. You can't go between Adam Sandler Davy Stone abusing Whitey, and then go to him talking to a kid, and then it doesn't work. This film's tone deaf. This film doesn't have any idea of tone at all. And again, he can't play like this. If he's been drinking for 20 years and he's a deadbeat, he can't play like this. He can't play like this. It's forcing the audience to try to feel something for him, but it's not working. It's inconsistent. And once again, like Abby, it's expecting us to ignore all the horrible things that he did, and throwing in like the smallest little smidgen of something sympathetic. It's not working. And I like how Whitey's just passed out over there. Like the film's ignoring it. Like it expects us to. Yeah, charming. Yeah, brilliant. By the way, if I'm something like got a bit of an upset stomach during this, I'm not sure if it's because I've got indigestion or if it's this film making me feel nauseous. Because I've been watching this for... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course he'd managed to do that if he's been drinking that long. Yeah, really great name. Oh, yeah, and he just hits him in the head with a basketball. Yeah, I really buy that he can do that. Oh, yeah. Plot convenience. Plot contrivance. That's how he's doing that. Because if he's drunk, he shouldn't be able to do this well. Oh, you know that character, the little boy's mother. Something about her character and the design reminds me of a mom from Iron Giant. Once again, more Iron Giant similarities, but it's just like with her like working extra long to like make ends meet. And Davey, yeah, I still really buy this. What's happening? Plot convenience. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. I like him spontaneously for no reason. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, brilliant. No, he's... Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I'm on her side. Where is his hand? Why is he saying he's put his hand in a cat's mouth? What? Oh, great. That's somehow less gross than the mental image from where Whitey's shoving his hand. Yeah, the music isn't helping. You're not going to be able to get me to feel anything for him. Yeah, exactly. I don't care if this is trying to be like a parody of like Grinch stories or something. It's not working. And what else can I say about this film in general? That this film started? Yeah, certainly seems like it. This is me before I watched this film. It was so long ago. And this song seems like it's going to be nice, but... Yeah, but you have to they have to throw in nonsense lines from Whitey and pretty much ruin everything. It's like, film, what kind of toe... Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. What? Film, what kind of tone are you trying to go for? Ha 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 ha. It's not going to work. Your comedy and your attempts at being heartfelt are... What? That's offensive towards someone, but... no comment, no comment, no comment. Don't remind me. Aha. Oh, yeah, hilarious. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, yes. Something good finally happening. I would say that... why does he still have that in his mouth? Why does he still have that jock strap in his mouth? Yeah, and another thing... I would complain about that guy being so stupidly petty that he'd burn down Davy's trailer because of that, but it's Davy Stone's trailer. I'm all for him burning that down. That guy with the jockstrap is now the best character in this. Somehow, Mr. Whitey making fun of Davy's trailer burning down seems like... Prison! Prison is a choice for him. Lock him up. Don't show pity on him. He doesn't deserve it. Oh yeah, and she... Oh yeah, and she gets bullied all the time by the local kids as well. Hilarious. You know, that last song was probably all the problems in this film in a nutshell. Oh yeah, that's my reaction to Davy Stone popping up on my doorstep as well. Anyway, that last song is pretty much this film in a nutshell. Half-assed attempts of being heartfelt, pointlessly throwing in jokes at Whitey's expense, being offensive towards people, being tone deaf in regards to like trying to be like a heartfelt Christmas festive film, Christmas Hanukah or holiday film, and wastes of good animation and trying to throw in random vulgar humour. That's this film in a nutshell. Just every single problem in this film could be wrapped up in that song. Apart from Davy being horrible, and that's pretty much the other... And that's pretty much the other an hour and 10 minutes of this. Yeah, wasn't it a great idea to let him over? Already, he's not in here for like 10 seconds and he's cracking a beer open all over you. Yeah, another song. Oh, shut up. Kick him out already! I repeat once again, this whole film... This film is the technical foul. What's the point of this song? This is just house etiquette. It's not interesting or funny or endearing or anything. Yes, yes, hit him with a bat. Hit him with a bat already, Eleanor. He deserves it. Beat him up already. He deserves it. What, is that his film? This film is bullshit. And the instrumentals are good. I'm gonna say all the instrumentals in these songs are good, but it's just the lyrics and what's going on in the songs that ruin them. Do it! Make him rot! Yeah, now we're being offensive towards diabetics. Every single person in the entire whole wide world is being picked on by this film. Kick him in the balls already. No, you don't. Ugh. Ugh. Oh God, that noise. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't done that either. I'd be willing to help with that. What is going on? Why are they just walking about just like this? Ah ha ha. Yes, kick him out. Gah. She sounds. She sounds like. She sounds like a sheep when she snores. Yes, we figured that we don't. What's the point of a narrator anyway? We don't need. Ugh. That's me. I have problems with unibrows. Oh yeah, you're giving your sister a seizure. Hilarious, Whitey. Your all of your humor, all of your likability is going out the window. Oh yeah, and all of a sudden he's nice to them. Oh no, never mind. That's not funny. Eleanor, all of your likability has gone out the window too. Seizures aren't funny. Why are they insisting on that on a running joke? Oh yeah, the patch thing that came up ages ago, but they forgot to. Oh yeah, I guess he just suddenly decided to care for Whitey, even though it came out of nowhere. God, this. God, this film tone deaf, and I guess there was great character development off screen for Davey. It's just throwing in half-assed attempts to make us care for him, just out of nowhere, and it's not working. Oh yeah, you're suddenly gonna try and give him. It's like In funny fact, I heard that she's played by Adam Sandler's wife, Jackie Tatone. I think that's how you pronounce it. But so I'm guessing we're going to try to get some. We're going to try to get some kind of a. And once again, this film has wasted so much time on all Davy's horrible actions, but the actual important things to the plot have been thrown into the back. Oh, ho, 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 it's not funny! Oh, here we go. A half-assed attempt at trying to make us feel bad for Davy. Here we go. Time for the film to say, see, this is why you should like Davy, despite all the horrible, horrible stuff he's done throughout this film. Watch us try to manipulate you. Uh, uh, it's not going to work. It's not. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Any attempts at sympathy doesn't work. Don't care. Don't care. Just don't care whatsoever, because I know what scene's going to come shortly after this, and any chance of me having any kind of sympathy towards Davy is not going to be present, because I know what's going to happen. You can try as hard as you want. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, film. How much older are those kids playing basketball anyway? Am I playing against these ones? Oh yeah, if I win, yeah. What? Okay, random Mr. Roboto dance. Yeah, hilarious. I'm not. Here we go. Here's the backstory. And once again, if you're trying to tell a sad backstory, you don't use Mr. Whitey's voice. Once again, this film is so tone deaf. It doesn't work. The way that they have the voice acting for this, it makes it it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Oh yeah. Yeah, and he still held on to that for. I mean, even if you have like a tragedy or something going on like this, 20 years has passed since this. Like, 30 years has passed since this, but he acts just as horribly as if it happened the previous day. And I'll get it. If you get like a. If you get something bad. If you get something bad like this happen, you don't act that horribly like all those years after. Oh yeah, and yeah, cry snorting. Yeah, just what we needed to sum up how horrible this is. Yeah, yeah, and she. It's like, what tone are you trying to go for? Oh God, here we go. This scene. My most hated scene in all of animation, or if not, a very big candidate. Jesus Christ. Not funny. Hate. 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 Fuck you, Davey. Not funny. Oh yeah, you're trying to transition to a joke. It doesn't work. Ugh! Oh yeah, racism. That's not funny. Okay, hang on. I need to pause there. I need a second. Okay, the timestamp is, let's see here what the timestamp is. I mean, you know it's bad. This is the first time since The Wild that I had to pause a film, like, halfway through a scene because I just had to stop and talk about how horrible it is and why I hate it so much. The first scene was about Hyrax on the toilet in The Wild, but that was just because it was stupid and just stupidity on top of crazy on top of dumb. But I've often said that this film this is like one of the worst scenes in animation that I've ever seen, and okay. I mean, I know I've made no secret how much I hate Davy Stone as a character, but the film tries to throw in all of the horrible. Tries to throw in all of the, like, horrible backstory for Davy. It's like, oh no, when he was a child, he lost his parents, and that's why he's so horrible to everyone. That's why you should care about him. Well, yeah, boo, sucks to be him. It doesn't excuse the fact that he's still a drunkard that, like, goes around, terrorizes the town, tells the only two people in the town that are willing to give him another chance, that no one in the town thinks that no one else in the town knows that they exist, and are just giving him crap every single day. And then he just constantly just yells at them. It's like that scene when he just yells, "Good, your house sucks." It's like, if you could sum up the most punchable face in existence, that screenshot right there would be him. In fact, when I edit this, I'm probably going to get that screen cap, and I'm probably going to show that as, like, an example. This is why I hate this character in a nutshell. It's like, there's no really. It's like the film just says he had nice people in his life, then he didn't. It's like it says that he was too young to really understand when it happened, but it's like he just instantly. I mean, it doesn't come when you have horrible things happen. It's not in an instant that you start going into, like, bad behaviour like this. It's like builds over time, and it's like it said that he went into foster home after foster home after foster home, so he pretty much just got worse and worse and worse. But it's like, I think it's like, I mean, yes, and it truly says how bad of a character he is when it throws in that he lost his family when he was young, but they still make him too horrible. And it's just like, he's so awful throughout the film that the only way to make him seem sympathetic is to make everybody else even worse to Mr. Whitey. And I'm sorry, I'm not feeling any kind of sympathies towards him, and it's like there isn't any indication that the foster homes he went into were bad. It's like everybody else was just, like, treating him nicely, seemingly, after everything was happened. It's like, if the foster homes he went to were abusive, or if there was something like that, it would have had more reason to sympathise with him. And it also doesn't help that when it comes to Mr. Whitey, it's like they're trying to make him sympathetic, and they're trying to make us feel bad for him. But considering the fact that he has the really grating voice, it takes every opportunity to make horrible jokes that punch down about his appearance, his personality, and things like him having difficulties like with his seizure, and all the townsfolk like leaving him in the dirt every single time he tries to do something good. It's like, film, that scene, it just sums up everything wrong that I hate, both about Davy Stone and about this film. Horrible scenes from Davy just being a horrible sociopathic dick to every single person that he talks to. The film not knowing whether it wants us to feel bad for Whitey or wants to throw jokes towards him and his sister because of like the jokes about her being, ha ha, she's bald, yeah, hilarious. The racist joke with that Chinese guy, I don't know what his name is, but yeah, that's not funny at all. A horrible waste of the animation by just having it honestly feels like someone shouting at you when you try to do nothing wrong. It's just, that's what that scene with Davy saying something like that, how it feels, and them saying Whitey has no reason to exist. And it just makes you feel, what would it be like if someone yelled that towards you? Like someone that you were trying to be kind towards, but then they throw like all your help back into your face. It really puts you in Whitey's shoes. That's just how horrible. Why isn't this guy been arrested again? Film! You can't do this. You can't throw in reason upon reason upon reason for us to hate him. But they're trying to make it, oh, it is the holidays. Oh, he lost his family when he was young. Cry for him. Boo, hew, hew. Shut up. You can see why this guy is my most hated character of all time, can't you? It's just, take all the problems that I had with Abby from The Last of Us Part 2, a character that's introduced as being the most horrible, sociopathic, destructive person that you can imagine, but somehow make him come off less than Abby did, and make it seem like we're supposed to sympathise with him. I mean, Abby, of course, had a whole lot of things like, she never feels any kind of remorse for what she did, and she never questions her actions towards what she did, but the film at least treats her a bit like an antagonist towards the game for things that are going wrong, and it has her suffer some consequences for what she does. I still hate her guts. I still think that she should have died, and she should not have got any of the sympathies that the game or the narrative gave her. But Davey is somehow even worse because he doesn't suffer any consequences whatsoever. He gets glorified. I mean, Abby gets glorified as well, but once again, it seems like the only way that you can make Davey sympathetic is make all the other characters worse, but it doesn't work. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of a designated hero that is Davey. Davey, worst character ever made. My most hated character of all time, Stone. Let's just get this over with. Okay, what timestamp? 46:22, and we've got 29 minutes and 53 minutes of a film, 53 seconds of a film left. Let's get on to this, and now we have Whitey and Eleanor heading home, and haha, she's bald, isn't it hilarious? Let's get back to the film right now. Ugh. I didn't start to like Davey. And once again, film, what tone are you going for? Film, you can't throw in jokes like that after such a horrible scene. It does not work. And, oh great, the deer are in. Why are they squeaking like this? Oh, don't worry, they're going to do much worse later. The deer. Oh yeah! That's his... That's his... Yeah, why is he breaking in? Oh yeah, he's so stupid that he does random things just because the plot demands it. She's not here, you idiot. Do you want a list? You want a description about how messed up your life is and how fucked up your existence is? I could talk about it, but I haven't got all day. I haven't got an eternity to sum up everything wrong with you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. And now we have oh yeah. Now we have the prequel to the Emoji Movie. And film. So, not seeing someone crying in front of you because of what you did is going to break you out of how horrible and ha 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 how horrible your life is. It's not going to be Mr. Whitey crying that's going to snap you out. It's a bunch of product placements. Yay. How? Uh. Oh yeah, because that's gonna. Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, that's gonna fix all your problems. Ha ha ha. And once again, it doesn't excuse him breaking into the shopping centre. And why isn't he getting arrested? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because him crying is really going to fix everything. You can do it. You can die. Yes, they are wasting your time. And once again, he's had that letter for like 30 years. He's had that letter for 30 years and he's never opened it. Wait, how does he... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because that's going to fix all your problems. Just opening your letter and just going to cry. Yeah, brilliant. The song isn't helping. Oh no, I feel so bad for this sociopathic jerk who destroyed everything. Cry for him. Feel so horrible for him. Isn't it tragic? No, it's not. I've seen 12-year-olds that act a million times more mature than him, and I've never felt so empty at a scene that tries to make me feel sympathetic towards a character. Oh yeah, the police are here. Yeah, arrest him. You know, if he was really... Oh yeah, it is a resisting arrest. Oh yeah, we're really supposed to feel... Oh yeah, and he's really going to feel sorry for him now that he resists arrest. It would have been more cathartic if when the police arrive, if when... Oh yeah, boy's gonna... It would be more cathartic if Davey let himself get arrested and said, "That's right, I've done some horrible things, but that doesn't and I might feel bad, but that yeah, that's the thing." He never feels sympathy, or he never feels any kind of remorse for what he did. He just cries over the card, and apparently that cuts that is supposed to make us excuse all of the horrible things that he's done. Film. What? Uh, Wait, I thought it was the kids who ran. Why? Why are you putting? Why is people's hands being put on crotch recurring jokes? Ah ha 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 ha! Yeah, racism. I'm rooting for the police. I'm rooting. Why are we supposed to be rooting for Davey here? Oh yeah, and he's running away from his responsibilities. That's what it seems like. Don't care about the deer. Don't care about anything that's going on. Don't care about this film. Why? Why? Ah ha 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 ha. That's not funny. Yay, we're finally at the Deus Ex Machina uh thing. What? Wait, there's only a few people there. So... wait a minute. Why would they have? They have. What? They have the big menorah in the back, but they only have like a handful of Jewish people there. I mean, not to sound like offensive or anything, but if you only have like 5 people there celebrating it, they spent as much money on it as much as the Santa thing. You would have thought that there would be more Jewish people in the community if they like had such a big monument. What? Uh, why? Why? What? Why? Why? What? Why? 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 Oh, God, no, no! Oh no! Close my eyes for that. Oh, gross! That's horrible. Oh, okay, racist guys banging his. Whoa. Uh, 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 I didn't get it. That's all the jokes in the film in a nutshell. What? What? Stupid jokes. Why? Why? Pointless. Why? Oh yeah, more attempts to try to throw sympathy towards Davey that isn't working because he's not getting arrested. Shut up, narrator. You're not helping. The writers. Oh yeah, because that's going to solve everything. Oh, where are the police? Where are the police? Oh, great, stupid deer. Eat him! Gore him with your antlers! Kill him! And shut up with your chirping! It's not cute, it's not funny, and... Shut up! This film is making me hate deer, that's how bad it is. The deer are just as... where did the time go? Stop repeating animation. Why is that guy still got... Oh, it's the Christmas angel come to arrest Dave. Why are you saving him? Oh, oh no, poor Davey being chased down by the police for all his horrible actions. But he's not an innocent. He's a prick and he can rot. Who? Who's this guy? Tom Balthazar? Who's that? Well, and the thing is, Whitey, it's like in this scene, he leaves as soon as we... I mean, I get that... Oh no, he's crying, how sad. And film, if you've got that guy hitting his head, you can't do that in the middle of what's supposed to be an emotional scene with technically the only sympathetic character in the whole thing. Oh yeah, that horrible heart-wrenching line from Davey. And why are we supposed to feel bad for him again? Get yourself arrested. Yes. Shut up, dear. What's the joke with this guy, anyway? Stop with the racist jokes. What's with this guy? This isn't funny. Random guy with a hook for a hand. Is this supposed to be a joke? Because it's not funny. Arrest him. Arrest him. And I didn't hear what... No! Yes! Arrest him! Yes, arrest him! Yay, more racism and homophobia! Just what this Hanukah film needs! Yes, thank you. The judge is right, arrest him. No, you don't deserve to speak. Throw him in the jail. Throw him in the jail for life. Shut up. That is not an excuse. It is the holidays, it's not... Yes. Okay, a cowboy with guns. Why is there a woman with 3 boobs, anyway? Shut up, arrest him, arrest him, arrest him, arrest him, blah, 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 I can't hear you, lock him up, he's horrible, he wrecks the town, he's a horrible liability to everyone around him, he's a sociopath, he's destroyed everything, no one likes him, he's going to be a karma Houdini, everybody's horrible, but he's the worst character in the whole of media, oh, gross, disgusting boobs, yeah, great, lock him up, lock him up, lock him up, lock him up, why don't you lock him up, lock him up! Oh yay, more horrible singing. Oh yeah, and that excuses you from doing it. How? And it doesn't excuse you for anything you did. And you deserve to get locked up. And you perfectly squandered every single chance to try to change your ways, didn't you? What do you mean you were such a shithead? You're still a shithead. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, this is just going to be the song of every single person character in the film proving how much of a horrible jerk they are. And once again, you can't try to show sympathy towards Whitey, yet treat him as a walking punchline all the way through by having him be shocked by lightning and just turn up the volume. It's not funny, and it fails to be heartfelt because of how disingenuous the whole thing is. Yes, you should all rot in hell. Oh yeah, great. Incest jokes. Shut up, you. Shut up, you stereotype. Oh, lady, you're trying too hard. Every time a character sings in this, they're trying way too hard to try to bring something to this. All the singing in this is, despite how horrible the lyrics and all the scenes, the singing is. Why aren't you arresting him? Why aren't you arresting Davey? And wait a minute, I thought he said that the town only had just like 5 or so Jewish people in it to celebrate Hanukah. So how do you all know this dance? Why? Why? What was the point of that joke? Another disjointed joke. And why is that guy still doing the Russian dance? Why? What? Oh, God. If there is any Hanukah film that exists, can we please watch? Can someone please share with me the name of it? Because I need it to wash the bad taste of this film. Why is she tied up? Why is she tied up? Why is she tied up in the back? And why are they going to the mall now? Wait. Wait, why are you trying to break in? What? Of commercialism, judging by earlier scenes, and the fact it was product placement that got David to cry as much as that did. And this is another scene that really irks me. This scene has Whitey. Yeah. He's saying that everybody treats him as nothing but a joke. But the film encouraged the audience to laugh at him with all the horrible jokes you're doing. Film, you're treating him as a joke, so it's really disingenuous and horrible for you to try to guilt the horrible people that would laugh at him with this scene. As horrible as the jokes are. Yes, the film treats you as nothing but a joke either, so what are you trying to do? And once again, why are the product placements crying? Why is all the emotional development involving crying being given to mascots? But I should be going to prison after this, but I'm not because the writers hate everyone's guts. I'm here to escape justice from my crimes. Yes, there is. You need to apologise for your existence, Davey. But it doesn't excuse all the other horrible things he's done and the fact that he owes the town millions and millions of pounds in property damage. For example, how much did that Santa and menorah sculpture cost to make? Ah ha 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 ha. The only thing in this film that should be emotionally resonant should be emotionally resonant for that Whitey's getting something he deserves, but it's wrapped up in all the horrible. But it's wrapped up in every single horrible thing that's happened in this film that I can't. Why does she have 3 boobs? And again, it doesn't work when Adam Sandler is trying to frame the most annoying voice I can imagine in him. Getting away scot-free for my crimes! Probably not, considering the fact you've been feeling that for like 30 years. Haha, how shallow. How manipulative. The film is almost over. That's the thing that truly makes me feel happy. This film is almost... and by the way, this film had barely anything to do with Hanukah, did it? Except the fact it takes part in it. It's never talked about, like, what Hanukah means or anything related to the holiday. It just happens to take part in it. So what does this have? This film had more to do with Christmas than it did with Hanukah. So that's probably another reason why this film is horrible for the Jewish community who watch this. What? No, they don't. And... ugh! Please end the film. I want this to end. I want it to end. What a perfect, horrible, and something that sums up this film in a nutshell. Mr. Whitey having once again another seizure on the floor. 4 writers, I can't believe it. Having another seizure on the ground, and the film treating it as a joke. What a perfect ending. I mean, to sum up how horrible this film is. Let me take my headphones off for a bit, because I need a sec. This film doesn't deserve the song that's playing towards the end of it, because this film... No. Well, the bright side is that I've got it out of the way first. I've got it out of the way for my first festive film that I watch this festive season, so that I can focus on better things that are going on, better films that I'm hoping to watch soon. As I want to get this out of the way as soon as possible because, yep, guess what? 7 years after I first saw it, it's just as horrible as I remember. I mean, positives is obvious. The animation and the instrumentals and the singing. I mean, I'm not going to say the songs as a whole themselves, because when it comes to the songs, it's like all the horrible lyrics that are in them, and how they're trying to use the songs, and how they're trying to, like, fit everything all together. It's just so confused and so manipulative, and so unfunny in how it mixes everything together. It kind of ruins anything that the singers and the musicians put into it, that it pretty much ruins all potential. But Adam Sandler's a good singer. Adam Sandler is a really good singer, but it's wasted on this. It's absolutely demolished by how horrible everything that goes on in this. Just like the animation in this. It's just, once again, the animation was done by, it was done by Warner Brothers Animation. It was done by, some of the animators that works on Iron Giant works on this. And Iron Giant is a really fantastic film. But they're using this animation for, the most disgusting humour, the most unlikable characters, and some of the most horrific things you can imagine. So it doesn't matter what wonderful colours or what beautiful character movement or details or lighting you put in. If you're trying to, I guess what it's trying to be, I suppose it's trying to be ironic with the animation. It's it's trying to make it that it clashes with how nice everything is, but it's kind of when it comes to Sausage Party, it's the animation in that, it was, for the budget it had, I thought the animation was good in that, but it's if you throw it into all the horrible things that go on, and all of the horrible characters and the horrible scenes that go on in this film, that everything happens, it's just, it doesn't work. It just meshes, and it just makes the animation look like it's gone to waste towards rubbish. And that's how I feel towards the animation. I feel bad for the animators in this, because they put a whole lot of work into making everything look as nice as it did. But I get the feeling that this song is going to be... I get the feeling that this film was one of the films that made, for a while, 2D animation fall downhill after this, because the early 2000s, it had a lot of 2D animation that threw into a hiatus until The Princess and the Frog came out. And even today, there aren't that many animated films with 2D animation, hand-drawn, that gets released. And a lot of people try to blame Home on the Range for that, but as someone who... It's not just because I like Home on the Range, but I get the feeling that this film definitely deserves more of a blame for that than 8 Crazy Nights deserves a much more of a blame than Home on the Range ever did, because with how horrific and disgusting and evil this film is, because that's how I feel about it. It just feels, I know I don't say this a lot, okay, when it comes to the Hanukah thing, I'm not sure if there's anyone watching this who is Jewish and who does celebrate Hanukkah. Maybe you feel a little bit better than I did, but I'm agnostic, so I'm not really a religious person myself, but if I was Jewish, I get the feeling that I would hate this film. I hate this film a lot. It's my most hated film of all time, regardless, but I get the feeling that if I was religious, if I was Jewish, then I would hate this film even more, if that's possible, because it throws in all these horrible visuals and all these horrible... I would find this really insulting towards the holiday, because there's only passing mentions of Hanukkah, and it's at the first scene, it says it's the first night of Hanukkah, and at the end of the film it mentions it's the final night of Hanukkah. But if you were to watch this film by itself, you wouldn't even know what Hanukkah is, because they never go into what Hanukkah is about. They never go into the history of it. Besides the menorahs that pop up in the film, and some of the cast members in it actually being Jewish, it doesn't mention Hanukkah at all. In fact, this film has so little to do with Hanukkah that at that banquet thing, only 5 people in the audience are Jewish, and besides that dance they do at the end, the most that it has to do with Hanukkah is that menorah being demolished. In fact, that could be pretty much symbolic of this film in a nutshell. Davy Stone being a drunken ass, riding a ski, or riding like that electric sled into the Santa Claus and the menorah ice sculptures and completely destroying them. That's this film in a nutshell. That, if you want an image to sum up that film, either play the scene where Davey says that Whitey has no reason to exist, or show that scene, and that would pretty much be this film in a nutshell. That's just how I think about it. That's how I would describe this film in a nutshell. And speaking of Davey, I think you can easily say, if I was to sum up the biggest problem that I have with this film, it would easily be Davey. And he's not my most hated character of all time for nothing, because Cozy Glow, as horrible as she is, as obnoxious and annoying, and has how much I feel that she has a really bizarre point in the Friendship is Magic plot, and I just despised, I mean, for all the wrong reasons, I question why she's on screen every single time she's on, and she's not a villain I love to hate. I just wanted to get off the screen and go away, and she's just like the most obnoxious, horrible brat that you can imagine, that isn't funny and isn't endearing and isn't entertaining in the slightest, but at least she's meant to be hated, to her defence. And Abby from Last of Us Part 2, she's also this horrible, seemingly sociopathic monster that is introduced with a very destructive and horrible scene that paints her character in a very, very negative light. And the film tries to throw in reasons for you to feel emotional for her, try to feel sympathy for her, but I feel it doesn't work, because as horrible as some of the characters are, I feel that the only reason that they're putting it in is there isn't enough revealed about her. And any potential quote-unquote sympathetic moments with her that get thrown in, it gets overshadowed by all the horrible things she does, how she doesn't feel sympathy towards what she did. She abandons her old friends and just turns to attacking them at the drop of a hat just because she found one person that she wants to protect. And any attempts at sympathy with her don't work at all, but at least she gets some kind of tragedy happening toward her. She gets some kind of suffering that, as much as I think that's cathartic, at least it feels a bit cathartic that for the horrible things that she does, she gets some consequences for all the horrible things that she does, even if she escapes consequences at the end. Davey gets this backstory get thrown in after he spent the whole film being the most horrible stain on society that you can imagine, and the film just throws in, this is the reason why he's acts this way, feel bad for him right now, and then the minute after it gets revealed, he goes back to being a horrible jerk to the two people who are showing him sympathy, and that's in such a horrible, heart-wrenching scene towards Whitey with how horrible he is, and the film then tries to make it go like, oh, just when you were really beginning to like Davey, oh yeah, screw the narrator. The narrator's trying to manipulate your feelings about that. So that's something else that goes towards it. The narrator can go away, because he doesn't help anything at all. But it's just like, that's just what Davey in a nutshell. He spends 9/10 of the film being this horrible, unsympathetic, sociopathic monster that destroys everything, is a liability to everyone around him, constantly gets away with his actions, tells everyone that they suck and they don't deserve to live, and then the film just like throws him a bone and just lets him get away with everything he did because, oh no, he cried because some corporate mascots came to him in a drunken delusion that he... And that's another thing, it isn't characters that are real that are getting him to face up to what he's done. It's hallucinations that is making him fess up to what he's done. I mean, I get you have people like acting horrible and then like a few minutes later it's like they realise, oh, what have I done? And maybe they feel bad for it later. I mean, that happens in real life. But it just feels really insulting and once again manipulative that they try throwing in this kind of comedic parody of characters that have like these visions of reasons why they should feel better, why they should act differently, or why they should feel bad, and they throw it after he's thrown in. Like, I still think, I mean, it's not as viscerally disgusting as some scenes that I've seen. It's not as disgusting as that orgy scene in Sausage Party, or some horrible scenes of like once again like what Abby does to Joel, or Cozy Glow just acting like a destructive, horrible jerk, and just like insulting and just like insulting everyone around her and eating up screen time. It might not be as bad as actually it is worse than Cozy Glow scenes, because once again we're supposed to sympathise with Davey, but he doesn't have that. But it's the implications behind his character and how they write him and how they rush. Because the thing is, this film is not that long. It's only like an hour and a quarter long. But it's like, because of the short screen time, they rush a whole lot of it. They rush the development. But it feels like he has a lot of his development off screen, because 1 second he acts like this just drunk. He acts like this drunken sociopath towards people, and then in the next minute, the film suddenly thinks, oh yeah, we're supposed to show why you're so sympathetic. Here, feel sorry for him. Film, it doesn't work. He's still my most hated character of all time, and after some characters that I've seen, that is not an honour that you want. Because I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't really usually say this, but if Davey was a person, I would never want to meet him in my lifetime, and I would never want to even hear of the things that he does in my lifetime. I would want him locked up. I want him, because the thing is, with some horrible people in real life, they do horrible things, but they get arrested. Davey never gets arrested. If anyone listening to this or has seen this film knows a person like that, I feel sorry for you. I feel really sorry for you if you know anyone that acts like Davey Stone, because I would never want to meet anyone who acts like him, and I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemies either. In fact, if I knew someone that was like that, I would call the police on him and try to get him arrested straight away, because he deserved it. He's a drunken, sociopathic, perverted, nihilistic, unsympathetic, prison-dodging waste of animation and voice acting and time that just genuinely offends me whenever he's on screen. That's how much I hate him. So, yeah. I hope you're happy, Davey. That is how much I hate you. And guess what? We're not done with what I hate about this film yet, because as well as like all the tonal whiplash between all the things that we're supposed to feel bad about Whitey and all the quote-unquote emotions we're supposed to feel for everything, they throw in vulgar jokes of deer licking the ice when Whitey's been frozen in excrement and smiling at the camera, and then projectile defecating. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have watched this after I'd eaten, because yeah, once again, my stomach may have been a bit jumpy. I don't know if that's because I ate my tea too quickly or because of this film. It's probably more because of this film, if anything else. And once again, it clashes with the art style. What's this art style doing with these horrible, disgusting, vulgar jokes? It's like Sausage Party all over again. And you know what? Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel, they also have like vulgar jokes and like adult jokes with things, but I feel that they balance the seriousness with the heartfelt moments with the vulgarity, and it also makes more sense because everyone's in hell. So it manages to mesh together better. It meshes together a million times better than this. And with Whitey, if you're trying to feel bad for him, it's like the film treats him as a joke every single opportunity that they have. It's just everyone. I try to play him as a character who, despite everyone being horrible to him, he's nothing but the kindest person on the planet, who's like helping everyone out with like their daily deeds. But the film feels pretty, it feels like it's a pretty hypocritical, because not only does Adam Sandler give him like one of the most annoying voices I've ever heard, but the film takes every single opportunity to make jokes about his appearance, his personality, his physical disabilities, and the film literally ends with a joke about him having a seizure. So that's... yeah, film, what are you trying to say about him? Do you want us to laugh at him? First of all, if anyone does laugh at him, then shame on you, because it's not funny. Then, or do you want us to feel bad for him? Well, it's difficult to feel bad for him when you give him like a really obnoxious voice, that makes every single scene. I want to feel bad for him, but if I'm having to grit my teeth and cringe every single time he talks, I mean, it doesn't work. And it also doesn't work if you throw in horrible jokes about him and his sister being bald every single scene. It doesn't work. Let's see. Is there anything else about this film? Oh, and another thing about the characters is what Jennifer, is that the name of the love interest in the film? It's like the only reason that she's there is for Davy Stone to look better. She's just there. She's just an extension of the film, pretending that he's a good guy by pointlessly giving and undeservedly giving him another chance. But the only character that she has to her is that she thinks that she's horrible, but because she used to be his girlfriend, but then something happened. Oh, how sad. But she doesn't have any character outside of that. And I honestly had to look up her name, because she's outside of all the... She's not horrible like Davy, and she's not annoying like Whitey, but she's just so bland. She's just bland to be a love interest. And just I can't remember a whole lot about her, despite being voiced by Adam Sandler's wife. And her son isn't much better. Again, but those two are just there to manipulate the audience into feeling good for Davy. Because, oh, look, he's not such a bad guy. He's teaching a kid basketball, or she used to be his girlfriend, so that means you should feel bad for him. Film... Your manipulative tactics can't work. They're too shallow, and they're too obvious. And all the other townspeople, they're just as bad as Davy. And it doesn't matter how horrible you try to make him. Because it feels like the film was trying... The only way to make Davy seem sympathetic is to make the townspeople seem even worse, but that doesn't immediately make Davy sympathetic. It just makes me hate everyone. And that's the thing about this film. It's just like... It just feels like an hour and a quarter of nihilistic, horrible, unfestive, soul-sucking terror. And that's how I feel about this film. It's unfestive, soul-sucking terror. No matter what religion or things you celebrate, it's horrible for everyone. I mean, I know there are some people that like this film just for the animation, and the animation might be great, but it's not worth it for all the horrible characters, the disjointed, rushed plot, the hypocritical and confused morals that are going on, and the tone being horrible, the vulgar humour that feels like it was trying to... It made it too crude and inappropriate for younger viewers, but the toilet humour can make it too juvenile for adults. So it's like, who's your audience? Who are you trying to make this film for? Masochists? Is that what this film is for? I don't know what to say. I'm done. I'm just done with this film. I just don't want anything else to think about this. I mean, like The Wild, at least I can say that 7 years have passed and I've seen it again and I've done a live reaction, but hopefully, I hope you enjoyed my live reaction, even if it was from me just yelling about it for an hour and a quarter. And if you like this film, good for you. I mean, more power to you if you like it. Good. I'm happy. I'm happy that you like it. So clearly, you see something I didn't. I mean, other than the animation. The animation deserves doing something so much better than this. So, let's see. What's next for my next, festive live reaction I'm going to do? Oh dear. It's, this next one might get me in a little bit of hot water. This one is going to be for the Christmas classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer 1964, the Rankin-Bass special. But this is probably going to get me in some hot water with some people, but I personally don't like that film. I saw it a while ago, and it didn't do anything for me. I'm sorry, it didn't do anything. And I mean, me and my friends, some of my friends that do like voice acting in a spare time, is like we did like works on like a gag dub for it. That's hopefully going to be ready soon. Just a bit of a promotion there. But yeah, and I remember seeing it, and I mean, I didn't watch it as a kid, so that might be one reason why I don't feel nostalgic towards it. I don't think it's aged very well. But hopefully, when hopefully it'll be fun just for me to share my thoughts on it. I mean, even if I don't like the film, at least it'll be fun for me to share my thoughts on it and sum up why I don't like the film very much. And hopefully it won't anger more people if I do. But yeah, I hope that everyone's Hanukah, the people who celebrate Hanukah, I hope it goes well for you with these next 8 nights. I hope you have a nice one, and hopefully you get to stay as far away from Davy Stone as possible, and he doesn't wreck your menorahs and any of your festive cheer with his drunken horrible habits, or get away with all his crimes without getting arrested, because that would ruin anyone's day. That would be the perfect Hanukkah gift, festive life gift for anyone. Davy Stone finally getting arrested, the key being thrown away, and not a single person will miss him, because Davy Stone sucks. So talk to you later, everybody. Duckyworth out. Bye everyone.